Woo, that was scary.
You know, one of the sad truths about filming videos on sailing? Oh my gosh!
Let's see if he likes it.
Arrgh!
Well, we got our provisions and checked out Georgetown for a couple nights, uploaded some videos, did a podcast, and now we are headed back to Williams, our favorite place. Didn't want to leave last time, so excited to do that again. You happy about that, Captain?
Happy about what?
Going back to Williams.
Oh, I'm happy to get us on our way. If it was north, that's fine. If it's south, that's fine. Just get me out of Dodge. Is until we have 3D technology, there's no way that you can appreciate watching the video later how big the seas are. It's gonna look flat. It's gonna look like no big deal.
Some really big swells out there, like 8-footers, so feeling really grateful. Back on the bank.
Timed it right though. When we were dropping the main, we definitely got a nice big set coming through. And I think there was another set just about on our heels as we were coming in, but we made it in just in time.
Typically I try to eat healthy, provision healthy with gluten-free flours, stevia,
Say it again.
monk fruit, those kinds of alternatives that are quote unquote healthier. But it's times like these that we had to get some real sugar and get some real flour so that we could have some really good cookies.
You are a great actress.
So I'm going to show you what we're making. Okay, these are oatmeal raisin cookies, and I've added some cinnamon and pecans. Do these remind you of the cookies we used to get at high school?
Yes.
They were this big. They had tons of chocolate chips.
And tons of butter.
We're out of chocolate chips.
What?
So we've got raisins in.
Oh no. I got a little piece of another one. Its next door neighbor came along for a ride.
Is it as big as your head, that cookie?
Mmm.
These cookies have a crisp when you bite in. Just this little fine little crisp. And how do you get that? Okay, well, I'm gonna reveal a secret. It calls for baking soda. So I used a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I dissolved it in a teaspoon of boiling water. And then I put that into the butter, sugar, egg, vanilla mixture and not the dry goods bowl. And that's how you get the crisp. Very simple.
How does that work?
I think I hurt one of my eyes when we were at the beach the other day. And it's because I was looking up towards some people we were talking to, and the sun was right behind them. And I think I've got a bit of a sunburn in my left eye, a little bit in my right eye too. I'm a little concerned that the sunglasses I have now are not helping and actually might be hurting the situation a little bit. Alright, well, this started out as being a little bit funny, I guess. But it's slightly serious given the lockdown and the pandemic and not being able to go places. I put out the call to the very generous folks on the Facebook group, and a couple different boats have responded, said that they've got some sunglasses.
This is Sarah. This is Bro and Dude.
Bro and Dude.
Oh,
What's up, bro?
Good. Oh my God. Yeah.
Lifesavers.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
are so awesome.
Thank
It's valuable out here.
Oh my gosh.
Swap this.
Well, I don't know what happened with my left eye, but I've got a big spot. And it may not just be a little sunburn, but hopefully it is. And to be careful, to be cautious, Megan has turned me into Johnny Depp. She's always wanted me to have the patch, so.
You gotta say arr.
Arr! I got a drill. I'll drill you a good one.
Yeah, we're in super shallow waters and we're just playing.
So we have a really, really bad batting average when it comes to the Code Zero. I think we've tried to launch it 7 times now. And we've only launched it successfully twice. And every other time there's been a major malfunction requiring us to drop it. I think I figured out that the installation isn't complete on it yet.
Didn't move?
Yeah, this is moving and it shouldn't move.
So it's getting all fouled up on itself.
Yeah, this thing is spinning and it should not be spinning. It should be fixed. The mount for it is also, I think, not right.
It is so weird to be sailing the Bahamas and feel like we're the only boat out here. It's a lockdown, 24/7 curfew, and inter-island sailing is actually not permitted. But we figure since we are in need of fuel, propane, and food, those are the 2 reasons why you can travel. So we are headed up to big majors and hopefully going to get some propane. And then I'll really feel like we can be off grid for 3 months if we have to.
That, my friends, is 7 knots of boat speed in 8.5 to 10 knots of wind. Just got the official word that even the Bahamas is on lockdown. So basically the entire Caribbean is closed, as is the South Pacific. There's really no opportunity for movement whatsoever. So, like it or not, we are stuck. We're staying in place here in the Bahamas. And like everybody else, we don't know how long this is going to last. We could be out here for a while. So we're doing what we can to take inventory of the situation. Megan has been taking a look at our stores and making an inventory. And I'm in charge of power and water. Now, Clarity, as we've got her set up now, is completely off-grid, self-sustaining. We've got a lot of solar and we can make as much water as we need. Now, I've been promising a solar video for a while, and we've got one that runs down all the details of our newest solar setup. But it's such a long video that we've put it in the O'Kelly Tech channel. You can follow the link here or click on the link in the description below and you'll get a full rundown on our current solar setup. So let me tell you about the solar panels that I chose and why. I bought 7 SunPower solar panels, flexible panels or semi-rigid panels from Sun-Powered Yachts. And I bought these for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've seen all the criticism over the years about flexible panels and their loss of efficiency. I've owned some flexible panels and I have not been impressed. However, after looking at Rion's installation on Top Secret, I've changed my mind. Using the corrugated plastic that I bought from Home Depot or Lowe's, I've got an insulation barrier in between the boat and the panels. So the panels are staying cool or staying cooler, and their efficiency so far has been just outstanding. I went with SunPower panels because of the high quality of the actual cells. They're one-piece cells that don't have a whole bunch of soldered circuits, which has been a problem that I've seen in the past with other panels that I've purchased. And then I bought SunPower panels through Sun Powered Yachts, not sponsored by them or anything, because the owners are cruisers, and I really want to support cruisers, especially those who are helping to promote and develop alternative energy. So we've got the panels divided into 3 arrays. We've got one array on the port side that's made up of 3 170 watt semi-rigid panels that are all run in parallel. On the starboard side, over the helm station, we've got 4 more of the semi-rigid panels, and those are wired 2 in series and 2 in parallel. Our last array across the back are also SunPower panels. These I bought off Facebook Marketplace, and they're rated at 327 watts per panel. And given the fact that they're 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years old, I'm probably getting closer to 300 watts. So far, the performance has been outstanding, and the price was great as well. Let's talk about charge controllers. Each array has its own charge controller. That means that as the shadows are cast across one array, the controller just lowers down gently. It doesn't take down all of the panels at once. So each array is getting the maximum efficiency by having its own charge controller. All of the charge controllers now are from Victron. They're networked together. They are all talking to each other, and they're sharing one voltage sense so that they each know what they're contributing to the entire system. We've also got a really cool readout called the colored control, where we can see just exactly how many amps and how much wattage is coming out of each solar array.
All right, I'm finally taking some inventory. See how long we're actually going to survive here. So far, this is just the top shelf, and I've got like 3 more containers or shelves and cupboards to go through. So this probably would last us like a week, I think. What do you think? We're in good shape. 2 chips, lentils, beans, maple syrup, tuna fish, jalapenos. We could live probably in this settee alone for a solid month.
And I think I could live off my own body fat for about 6 months.
Let's hope we don't have to find that out.
That's really nice to see. The supply ships are still coming in. That tanker has got fuel on it. It looks like propane, diesel, and gasoline. So at least the stuff is still getting to the Bahamas. We're gonna go top off our propane stores and we should be in good shape.
In case you didn't know, we have a podcast. It's called Under the Sheets with the O'Kellys. And it's a place where we go a little deeper into the behind the scenes of our day-to-day life. You can find it on iTunes and Stitcher. So hope we see you there, and thanks again for watching and leaving a comment. We love hearing from you, and we hope that you all stay safe out there. Take care.